Sup Nation, today let's talk PlayStation 5 pre-orders. Hey everyone, so it was PlayStation 5 restock day today, and we had a number of fans out there able to secure more PlayStation 5 pre-orders. Not everybody was so lucky. We did see Sony go online and do more pre-orders via invitation in their PSN email registration process. I was not fortunate enough to receive one of those emails, so my game plan was to go to either a GameStop locally or online to try to get it here in the US. We also saw Walmart go live with some restock in Canada, and then game.co.uk over in the UK went live with some pre-orders as well. So it looks like Sony did get out another round of day one shipments. Now the thing is that a lot of the retailers that were doing this, some of them were for day one, but not all of them. So in my case, I wasn't able to line up at a GameStop. There were people that camped out overnight or got there first thing this morning, and I think the average that I heard was between as low as 6 consoles in store that they had available for pre-order, and as high as like 15 to 20 range. So I'd be curious to know, did you guys go to a store or did you just do it online, and were you able to secure a pre-order or not? So I know GameStop was a big one here in the US. If you didn't have that Sony email, that was kind of the go-to solution. So we did see that. And then what was really interesting that I didn't even expect is that GameStop actually had a second batch of consoles that they were selling that are not slated to ship right away. They're actually going to ship out on November 30th, which is what I was able to secure online. Shout out to my fiance who stayed at home while I was working and actually hit refresh over and over on the GameStop website to try to get the pre-order to go through. And fortunately, we did get it to go through. It was a bundle, so I ended up spending like $770 to get that thing reserved. It does come with 2 controllers, Demon's Souls and Spider-Man, which I wanted both of those titles, and then I think it comes with a PlayStation Plus membership as well. So definitely a good value, high dollar. But the thing is it's November 30th and not November 12th, right? So that's kind of what I want to talk through in this video is what can we expect moving forward now? Are we talking about Sony completely being out of stock for launch day at this point? Might we still see some retailers have it in store on launch day and we can just go line up and get it day one? Or is the end of November, early December really the best hope to get one of these things, unless if you're willing to pay the outrageous eBay prices that are floating around out there right now? So we're going to dive into everything we know so far, what to expect as far as the pre-orders go going forward, and then maybe just some strategies that we can all kind of adapt to try to get our hands on a pre-order locked down on launch day. So let's dive into the details now. Before we do, I just want to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you do enjoy the content, and then be sure to turn on the bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news as it comes out. With that, guys, let's get into the details. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is kind of what to expect going forward based off where we've come from so far. So obviously Sony has gone on record now and stated an official apology saying that the pre-orders could have went smoother than what they did when they initially launched, and then that they would be restocking more retailers for pre-orders available, and that we would be communicated to about when those things would go live. Now this is the first wave of pre-orders that we've seen since Sony's statement, and we saw GameStop go ahead and tweet out yesterday that this would be happening today. So we got exactly roughly 24 hours notice to plan for, hey, tomorrow's the day. You can put it on your calendar, you can come in store, or you can register or try to do it online. And then that's obviously where we still saw chaos ensue. We definitely see that they maybe were a little bit well prepared for it, in the sense that they had some kind of online virtual queue. I'm not sure how effective that really was when it comes down to competing against all of the fans, the bots, and scalpers out there that are trying to open it up on 10 plus browsers. So there's no telling how effective that was, but it did seem to at least stop everybody from just manually having to click the refresh button every 2 seconds, because it specifically said not to do that you would lose your place in line if you were in that queue and you tried to refresh. It would actually push you to the back of the line. So it at least appeared that they built in some kind of online infrastructure to make it a little bit smoother. And that's really what I hope we do see going forward, just due to the fact that there's too much demand for this console to have everybody just trying to, the minute it goes live, have everybody trying to click add to cart and checkout. The websites just simply can't handle it. So you do have to move these things through in waves. Otherwise, we're just going to see them crash like we did when the retailers originally came out, kind of went behind Sony's back and just launched, the consoles immediately after the PlayStation Showcase event instead of waiting until the next day like Sony told the fans to expect. So the whole thing has really been a cluster up to this point. I hope that it does get smoother from here on out, but I do think that we can expect to see more retailers get second waves of pre-order. What my concern is that we might be in a scenario now where we're not really seeing them for day one anymore. I mean, even the one that I got locked down today clearly states, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys, that it's actually going to be a November 30th ship date. So with that, it's just one of those scenarios where it's kind of disappointing that we're not all going to be able to enjoy the PlayStation 5 at the same time. I'm hoping, I think like the most realistic thing at this point is probably that there will be some set aside inventory for day one sales in stores that are non-pre-order. So I'm sure we'll see lines like crazy out at Best Buy and Walmart and Target and all of the different retailers that are going to carry it. GameStop as well, obviously. If we get word that they will have them in store, that may be the last chance to for sure get one on launch day, as even, at the end of September, we're still, really over a month and a half away from the actual official launch date. We're already seeing orders that are not going to be fulfilled on that November 12th window. So that's just my logical thinking, is that we're probably past the point of being able to pre-order. Maybe we get lucky and Sony does more rounds of the PSN registration process that still does arrive day one, but I think it's pretty clear now, based off different news articles and what has been circulating, that the PlayStation 5 is being shipped out in waves, and now it seems like wave 1 might kind of be done with at this point, and then we're going to have to move on to wave 2, which is that mid to end of November, early December time window. So that's where it appears to be right now. As we continue to see Sony communicate and do different Twitter posts and things, I'll try to keep you guys informed and updated, but as of right now, I would definitely, be in different, I'm in a bunch of different Facebook groups for PlayStation gamers, be on Twitter, be on, follow any of the big gaming news outlets, because they are the ones reporting on this first. It's even circulating in mainstream news, but I mean, you really want to kind of be in that niche Sony audience that's targeted for these type of messages, because you're going to have to be quick to respond, and you're almost going to have to plan ahead. Like if I would have had more than 24 hours notice, I would have taken off work today and actually gone to a GameStop to try to secure a day one pre-order, and now it appears that may not be an option. And the good thing is, if I can come across a day one pre-order, I have friends that are still looking for this console too. I'm sure I can just sell it to one of them, and maybe hopefully still get my hands on one for launch day. But as of right now, I think the thing to plan on going forward is just stay in tune with the news and the articles that are coming out, and then try to plan as quick of a turnaround time as you can to either get online and look for it at those retailers, or to go in store if that is an option as well. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video, everyone. I do truly appreciate it. I did want to invite everybody to leave me a comment. I would love to get a back and forth conversation started with you guys about what's been going on with your experience on the PS5 pre-order so far. Were you able to secure a console today? And if so, how did you do it? Did you do it in store at GameStop? Did you go online and get through? And are you getting a ship date that's on November 12th? Or are you in my camp where you maybe got one that's slated to ship out on November 30th? So I would love to know where you guys are at and kind of what your experience has been so far, and then also let me know if you got that PSN ID email from Sony, because I'm curious to know how widespread those are, if there's a bunch of users still getting them, or if they've kind of tapered off now. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I did just want to invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed the content, and then make sure you turn on the bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest console news as it comes out and as we get closer to this PlayStation 5 launch date. So with that, guys, you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.